Okay, this week we continue. Okay, we're going to continue lesson 2. What are some weather patterns? And so far we've learned about 2 weather patterns. The weather pattern that happens morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And the weather pattern that happens during the water cycle. So let's do a quick matching game to practice. All right, let's get ready to draw. Take one moment to read these definitions so that you're ready to match them correctly. Let's try and match these correctly and see if you remember the difference between condense and evaporate. Ready, set, draw. Looking good, everybody. Let's see. Daisy, could you read the definition for condense?
Condense, to turn from a gas to a liquid from the cold.
Very good, just like the water condenses into clouds. All right, Haifeng, can you read the definition for precipitation?
Any sort of water that falls from the sky.
Very good, thank you, Haifeng. And for the last one, Fred, can you read the definition for evaporate?
Evaporate is to turn from a liquid into a gas from heat.
Very good, just like the sun does after it rains and there are puddles. All right, and so this is the second part of what your homework was. So let's do a quick matching again. You've all seen this before. Go ahead and match the picture and where the sun is to the time of day. Match the picture and where the sun is to the time of day. Stop it there. Very good. This top one where there's sunrise is morning. The second one where there's sunset is the evening. No sun is the night. And when the sun is high in the sky and it's warmest is the afternoon. Excellent work, everybody. Now, let's share your homework. We cannot watch the entire video. We just don't have time during this short 45-minute class. We can only watch one part of each video, but everyone really did an amazing, amazing job. All right, let's take a look at Zoyman's video. Okay, here's Zoyman's.
Hello everyone, my name is Jingmei. Today we'll talk about weather pattern. As you can see, in the summer, it is very hot. But when the winter comes, it will be a little bit cold, like this. But at first, the winter is cold. But now, because global warming, the winter is a little bit cold. These are weather patterns because the global warming. I think so because the global warming is hot, makes the earth hot.
Very good.
The summer, it's already hot already. It could flood because there is so much heat that so many water goes up, then it will flood.
Excellent. He said there's so much heat in the summer that so much water evaporates. It could flood because it would rain so much more. Great job, Zoyman. Next, let's take a look at Dinman.
Hello everyone, I am from that
It looks good, Dinman, but you're a little too far away from the camera, so it's hard to hear you. Remember, when we do our presentations, we need to speak loudly and clearly. So your drawing looks nice, and I can hear you talking about how it's too hot, how the winter is colder, but I can't really hear the details, okay? So next time, make sure you're extra loud in your video. Let's take a look next at Hai Fong's video.
Hello everyone, my name is Hai Fong. I'm from Everest. Who? It's my picture. Hanoi weather in summer. Do you know in the summer, Hanoi is high temperature about more 40 temperature. It's so hot and much rain.
Excellent. This is a beautiful drawing. Look at that sun, the clouds, the rainbow from all of the rain. I can see the city of Hanoi and the skyscrapers and the temples. A very beautiful drawing, Hai Fong. And Hai Fong's talking about how the sun heats the water. And so there's a lot of rain because there's a lot of evaporation and condensing. Excellent work.
All roads are swam. It's so hot. I want to eat ice cream. But I want to swimming.
And go swimming.
Now I will go to swimming. Bye-bye, everyone.
Oh, that was awesome. Such a good video, Hai Fong. Very energetic, very loud speaking, facing the front. And I love the little edits that you do. Amazing work, Hai Fong. Okay, next up we have kitties.
Hello everyone, my name is Kitty. And
Much
today
better.
I want to talk about weather in summer.
What did she say is the pattern?
The weather.
The weather, very good, but what about the weather? What was she describing? How about Zoimin? Zoimin, what was she describing?
The water cycle.
Very good, the water cycle and how it's a pattern. Excellent job, Zoimin.
Now I will talk about how the summer is different to the winter. The sun in the winter is so small. The winter is cold. The gases just can't evaporate so slow. So the numbers of clouds has a little. The rain are low because the clouds are small. This effect to the winter. The winter will be and the water cycle too. The water cycle will be lower and lower.
All right, so what is she saying happens in the winter because of the cold? What happens to the clouds in the winter because of the cold? Jenny? Let's watch the next video. Listen carefully for what happens in winter. Kitty did a good job talking about how the water cycle is different in the winter because it's colder and there's less sun. All right, here we have Katie.
Hello, my name is Katie. I come from class 2E10 in Everest School. Today I will tell you about how the pattern change in the summer. The first thing I want to tell you is that the weather pattern changed in the summer because in the summer the sun is hotter and more water will invite vapor up and they turn to clouds. And if the sun if there are more sun, the water will vapor more and they turn to clouds.
Very good. So more sun, more evaporation, more vapor. Excellent job, Katie. Good job facing the camera. Maybe try and speak just a little bit louder, okay? So it's easier to hear you. We're gonna go on to Simon's. I have to move a little faster.
And the water cycle of the on summer is that the sun is very warm, plus sometimes it can rain a lot. And then the cloud cannot take enough of the water, and then boom, they started to rain. The life cycle start again and again, just like a repeat. And And winter, the last water cycle on winter is that winter is cold, freeze the water, the lake get cooler, there's no sun, there's no sun in winter, they start cooling the lake and the lake freeze. And there's no water evaporation. But you know why?
Excellent. So the water freezes, there's less sun. So what happens to the water evaporation? Michael.
The water can't evaporate as much, and maybe there won't be any rain.
Very good. Excellent job, Michael. Good job listening to Simon.
No, because the sun heats up with the water vibration, but sometimes the vibration, the water freeze in the water.
All right, great work, Simon. Good job sitting straight, facing forward, looking at the camera. You spoke loudly. Very good job. Okay, here's Hanlin's video.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hanlin. I'm 7 years old. Here is my picture about summer. Today, I will tell you about the summer's weather. The summer in Hanoi has many sun, but it sometimes rains. I will for you know about rain and the sun. As you know, the rain helps plants to grow, but people need to bring umbrella. That's why we bring umbrella, because if we don't bring umbrella, the rain will drop down our head. Now I will show you about the sun. Here is the sun. The sun makes plants to grow, but it makes people have brown skin. That's why we have brown skin, because if the sun shines in our skin, our skin don't be bright and turn brown. The sun shines every time because the summer is very hot. If it's hot, the sun shines to the tree. I know the weather in the summer is this because the summer is very hot and it has many sunshine and it's rain a bit of time. This make a pattern because all summer the sun will come out. Why I don't talk about the rain? That the rain is a pattern because some summer has rain and some summer don't.
All right, Helen, very good drawings. I like the rain and the sun, and I like that you split the picture in half as well. And it's important to talk about the rain and the sun, but make sure you remember to talk about how they connect to each other, how the sun makes the water evaporate and go in the air, and how that makes rain. So don't forget to show how they're connected and how they make a pattern, how they make a cycle, okay? So great work writing your notes on the board so you can read them, but be confident when you read, okay? So when you read them, make sure you don't hesitate too much. Maybe try and practice once before you videotape and then take the video. That way it's easier for you to read what you wrote on the board and you can say it with confidence. And then you can look at the camera more. So next time, make sure you add in the whole homework assignment. So include the water cycle in summer and winter. So how does that change the sun and the rain? And be confident in what you want to say. That way you can look at the camera more. But very good drawing, and I can see you prepared by writing the questions at the bottom of the board. So very good. And I look forward to seeing an even better video next time. Okay, next up we have Bo.
Hello everyone, my name is Bob. I'm a student at Everest School. My class is 2E10 and today I will talk about summer in Hanoi. I know the weather in summer is hot and sunny because I look in the phone. I look outside to know the temperature. I know it's the bad because spring is usually cool and summer is hot. Fall is cold and winter is very cold. Next, I will talk about the difference between the weather cycle in summer and winter.
I like that the answers to your questions are short and concise. You just give all of the information that we need to know. What is the weather like in the summer? Done. What are the water cycles? Very good. Short and to the point. You look at the camera. You talk loudly. Very nice job, Bo. All right. Here is Vanchi.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky from class 310. Today I will tell you about summer in Hanoi. Here's my dog picture. There are hot and rain in the summer because the sun moves closer to the earth and the heat of the sun warms the earth. Here's my small drawing picture of a sun. There are rain because the wind brings many humidity to make rain.
Good word, humidity.
Here's a picture of the rain from the clouds. Bye-bye.
All right, very nice. So what did Van Chi do a good job of? Mooney, what do you think Chi did a good job of?
What?
What do you like about this video? What did Chi do a good job of?
Drawing.
Her drawing's pretty, yes, very pretty drawing. I like that you did the little web so we could see the hot and the rain on both. You talked about how they're connected in the water cycle. Very nice. And Chi, you spoke much louder than last time. Good job. Next video, try and look at the camera just a little bit more. Each video gets better and better. Okay, next up is Kaki.
My name is Kaki, and today I will tell you about summer in Hanoi because it is getting warmer and warmer.
So I'm going to go a little forward so we could hear some of the further information.
So it can rain back down to parade or water your crops or yard.
Excellent.
It is the invisible process of evaporation that change liquid and frozen water into the evapogas, which then floats up into the skies to become clouds.
Very nice. Excellent work, Kaki. You might have mentioned winter in a part of the video we didn't see, but your description of the water cycle and Hanoi in summer was very good. Here's Jenny's video.
Today I want to tell about weather at summer. The summer is very hot and little cold. Pattern is spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Water cycle is start to water and the air flew to the sun. And the sun go to the cloud and it rain to the water. It the same at winter.
So this is good, but it's just a little short. Okay, Jenny, we could probably use something to look at. So great description of the water cycle and the summer, but didn't really say how summer and winter are different. So next time, make sure you include a little more information, but very loud, and great job looking at the camera. Okay, last ones are Michael, Suri, and Dami.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael and I'm going to tell you my prediction of the weather in Hanoi. The medium temperature is 37 to 40 degrees Celsius. That's very hot. It's very hot because every summer is the same, but sometimes they get hotter. When we deal with one summer, we'll know what every summer is like. In summer, the sun is very, very hot and it sucks up lots of water from the oceans.
All right, so Ruby, what happens in the summer when the weather is really hot? Sup, what happens to the water when it gets really hot? What does it do?
Clouds.
Clouds into gas and then clouds. Sup and Kuhn, can you guys say evaporate?
Evaporate.
Good, evaporate when the water turns into a gas because it's hot in the summer.
Lakes, rivers, ponds, streams, and more. So it gets into clouds and then it falls down from the sky.
Very good.
And if you stand in the sun too much, you would get sunspot. But the silly thing is, if you lie across something many times, it could be hot too, not the sun.
All right, excellent job, Michael. Nice speaking loudly, facing forward. I like that we can see your drawing. Maybe next time, have the camera just a little bit closer so we can see your drawing better because it looks really nice. So I want to see all the details. I can see you drew some animals, but not which animals. Great job though, Michael. Good information. Here's Suri.
Hi, buddy. Today I will answer the question that's how do I know the weather of summer? So, first of all, you said summer is very hot. Yes, summer is very hot. And how do I know what the weather is? You can look in your computer and what the degrees Celsius, or you will look in degrees Fahrenheit. So you can look in both ways. And how can I know it usually?
All right, good job answering the questions. Based on your format, I think you'll go answer the other questions as well, which is great. Maybe some sort of picture just to help us visualize, or even just hand motions for like sun, water, summer, winter, just something to help us see since it's a video. But good job speaking clearly, loudly, and great job answering the questions. Good answers. Very nice. And the last one is Dami.
I will talk about the weather in Hanoi, the weather in summer in Hanoi. This is the tower of Hanoi. The sun is hot in the sky. The summer is much hotter than spring. It is normally the hottest season in the year. The weather could be sunny a few days and it will rain a few days or a day because the sun is very hot and it will make the rain heavier. The weather in summer is hot and rainy. So the water cycle will be heavier because the sun is hot and it could make water evaporate quicker. In the precipitation, will have the large amount of water where it was evaporated. It is different from winter because winter is very cold and it could make the water cycle slower.
Excellent job, Donnie. Great answers. You hold up the picture so we can see it the whole time. You have your notes on the back. You speak loudly and clearly. It's easy to understand. And I like that you drew a building in Hanoi to show the weather in Hanoi. Excellent work, Donnie. Very good. All right, guys, let's take a quick look. I have a couple of questions about our next part of the lesson. So once again, great work, guys. So we actually covered this really well in those videos. I don't think we need to go over that again. So how do you know what to wear when you go outside? Nuna.
We discover the temperature.
Okay, you can look up the temperature. What about Nancy? Nancy, how do you know what to wear when you go outside?
I have my own little telephone, which is iPhone SE, and I look up the weather and that night before the day, and then I put my clothes neatly in a pile on my outfit chair, which means now where I put my clothes for tomorrow morning to wear. That's why I always get prepared for the next lessons.
Very good. Excellent work, Nancy. So Nancy checks the weather online. Maybe you just take a quick look or feel outside. Why is knowing about the weather important? Simon, what do you think?
I think that the weather control the temperature and control the weather like sunny, rainy, so that is like controlling the seasons. No weather means that the temperature could be cold or hot or anything.
Yeah, so why is knowing that important? Why do you need to know what the weather is going to be in the future?
Because the weather controls the seasons, and when they won't know that what if it's sunny or rainy. People think that it's gonna be rainy, but it's gonna be sunny.
Exactly, that's a great reason. What if you think it's gonna be sunny? You go outside and it's pouring rain and you're in shorts, you don't have an umbrella, right? So, Helen, can you read this for me here at the bottom in the blue box?
It's help people plan for the day, plan activities, and stay safe.
Very good. What if there's going to be a tornado or a hurricane or a big thunderstorm and you don't know about it because you did not check the weather? You could be in danger. So knowing about the weather helps you plan for your day. Can I play outside today? Do I need to stay inside? Can I go on a picnic? Or will it rain? And it helps you stay safe. Will I get a sunburn from the sun? Could there be a thunder or lightning storm? It's very important to know about the weather. Kaki, can you read this for me?
Scientists help people find out more about the weather. They use tools to measure the weather. How does measuring the weather help?
Very good. And what do you think, Kaki? How does measuring the weather help?
When people think something, but it is not true. Sometimes it is false, so it might damage us.
Okay, yeah. So if we don't guess the weather right, we could be hurt. We need to know what the weather is going to be. Why else do you think how does measuring weather help? Dinmin?
Because if the tornado can reach speed of 300 and 500 miles per hour, it is faster than it is fast as an airplane. If we don't know the weather or check it, sometimes it will hurt you and sometimes will be dead.
Very good. That means scientists, they need to measure the wind speed. They measure how tornadoes move. They follow a pattern. So when scientists use tools to measure rain, weather, how much gas, water is in the air, so they can guess when it might rain. Measuring the weather helps scientists see patterns. Does the wind move here? How do the clouds move here? How much humidity, how much water needs to be in the air before it rains? Jenny, can you read that box for me?
Weather pattern help science protect the weather.
Can you say scientists?
Scientists
Good, lots of S's in there. It helps scientists predict the weather. We know that the weather pattern in summer is hot, it rains more. Knowing this weather pattern can help us predict or guess the weather this summer, because that's what it was like last summer. Predict means to guess what will happen in the future. Everyone say that. Predict. Ready? Start with guess. 1, 2, 3. Good. Predict. So measuring weather and learning about the weather patterns helps scientists predict the weather. Scientists use the information they learn from measurements to help predict the weather and help people. So they make the measurements, they learn from them, and then they predict the weather. That's where the weather forecast comes from. How do they know it will be sunny on Friday? They made measurements. They looked at the usual patterns and they learned about the weather patterns and guessed based on this information, it will be sunny. Why is that an important job, Kitty? Why is predicting weather important?
If we don't predict and if it's true, we can, and then we can don't be hurt by the weather, and if we don't, we will be hurt.
Very good. If it's true, we can be ready so the weather doesn't hurt us or we don't plan for an activity outside on a day it might rain. Your homework is to draw what you would wear on a hot and sunny day. What activity would you do that day? Then draw what you would wear on a cold and rainy day. What activity would you do that day? Write one sentence about how predicting the weather helps you every day. How does knowing a prediction of the weather help you every day? So draw 2 pictures. You can just cut your paper in half. What you wear on a hot day, what you wear on a cold, rainy day, and one sentence about why predicting the weather is important. All right, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.